Alright, what if I told you that I could hack the website of $1 billion company using a simple Google search? Would you believe that? Like, for you, it's not possible at all. Like, it's similar to hacking NASA with HTML. But today we'll be discussing how that can be made a possibility. So, let's begin. But before we begin on to the main content of this video, I'm gonna make it very clear that whatever I'm demonstrating in this video is for educational purposes only, and I'm not responsible for your actions. Now, first let's have a look at how search engines actually work. So you have a computer in which you are sitting, maybe opened up Firefox and you are searching for something on Google. So let's say you search for Facebook. Now what Google will do is do some kind of algorithmic search and everything, and it will present you the results. Now if you just type in Facebook in google.com, you'll get results that are the first result will be of facebook.com, which is the official website of Facebook. You'll also get results that are related to Facebook but not exactly Facebook. So for example, you may get the Facebook's page which is in Twitter. You may also get results related to Facebook such as Meta, etc. But what if we could actually search in a manner in which, let's say, we could only extract results that contain facebook.com in the URL? So that's when we use something known as Google dorking. Now Google dorking is something is actually a type of searching technique in which you get extremely specific search results for your query, and we just don't write Facebook in the search bar, but we use some kind of special texts to actually extract the search results. Now on the screen you can see one example in which it says in URL facebook.com. Basically, if you type this in the search bar of Google, you'll get results which actually has facebook.com in the URL, at least in the first page of the search results. Now you will also get results that are related to Facebook. I mean, this technique is not 100% efficient, but you can extract juicy info, as I said. Now the main content of this video is this thing, which is Google hacking database. Now this is actually a website which has a plethora of Google Docs. Now as I said, Google actually searches for different links and files and everything on a certain website. Every website has something known as robots.txt file. This file actually tells which links and everything you should browse, and which links are not should not be indexed in a search engine by a search engine. So by using these types of docs, you can actually extract juicy information, like for example the etc shadow file in a certain web server. Now in Linux systems, etc shadow file is the file that stores the passwords of different Linux users in encrypted format, obviously. But you obviously know that most people actually use passwords. Most people actually use simple passwords like 123456 without even caring to make them strong enough. This is not a good security practice as well. So you should obviously use strong passwords. Like if, for example, any day an encrypted database of passwords gets breached somewhere, so if your password is strong enough, someone or a hacker cannot break that password. I mean, let's say you have a really lengthy password with lots of special characters and all. Now I know it's very difficult to remember such kinds of passwords, but those are actually safe. You need to do some hard work in order to keep yourself safe wherever you go, in the real world as well as in the virtual world, right? So let's have a look at how to do this thing. So for this, you need to open up any of your favorite browser and go to google.com. Now before I begin on to this actual thing, I want to say something. The website I was talking about was valued at around some billion dollars, 1 point something billion dollars. I actually couldn't believe that such a large website, a large company's website, would actually do such a, simple security mistake. I was actually casually going through that ghdb website, and I found a dork, and I just clicked on it. I got the search results in Google. I saw a website coming up in the first, it was the first search result. I clicked it. I saw some files in the directory inside that website. At first, I thought that it would be a normal generic website of someone personally using a website or something. Then, when I actually got to the home page of the link, which is the actual index.html file or the actual website, that's where I saw that it's I couldn't recognize the company at first. I'm not gonna be taking the name of the company as well in this video for security reasons. But when I did a Google search on that company, I came to know that it's a really large company. I'm actually shocked that I didn't knew about that company. But anyways, that does happen. It's not possible to remember everything in this world. But yeah, I was absolutely shocked. I could find files that actually had MySQL database passwords literally written in plain text in that file. Could you imagine that? How big of a security flaw it was? Then I made a screen recorded POC of that and reported the bug to the company in their official email ID. Unfortunately, I didn't get any response from them. But around 1 or 2 months later, when I actually did the same type of Google dorking, when I searched for the same dork on Google, again I found that site, but this time I was not being able to enter the website. So basically, I think they fixed it at the server's end. Anyways, so you need to go on to Google and search for ghdb. Open up the first link, which will be of exploit-db.com. Now over here you'll see a lot of dorks. Let's open up the first one. Select this one which says Google search and then the dork. Just click on it. It will open up. It will just search for that particular text whichever was written following this Google search keyword, and it will open. It will just do a Google search and the results will be displayed in a new tab. Now just select any of the links. You may get information that are very interesting. For example, let's say I'm going to browse this one. Let's see what does it hold. Okay, this one has some files are there. You can see shell.txt. I did browse this link a few minutes ago. So let's select this one. You can see this is actually written in Korean, which I don't understand, so I'll go back. I'm gonna be showing you something very interesting in this website. So let's go on to the first page. Now in the third page over here, you can see this one which says index of Etsy shadow. If I go to this link, do the Google search. Now over here in this particular link, if I just do a, you can see the Etsy password file. I can literally view this file. The Etsy password file, you can just do a Google search of it. Let's have a better explanation of what does it do actually. So it's a colon separated file that contains the following information: username, encrypted password, and user ID number. There is something known as Etsy shadow. So if I just type in here Etsy shadow versus Etsy shadow, this will show you the differences between these two files. Now some of you may, what is this? Some of you may get confused between Etsy passwd and Etsy shadow. So here's the difference. The passwd contains the user's public information like UID, full name, home directory, etc. While the shadow file contains the passwords and the password expiry data. These passwords are obviously in hashed format, so they are not stored in plain text. Here's a picture of it. This article is gives a good explanation of what these two files are and how these two files are managed. Let's open up this image in a new tab. You can get a better understanding of open in new tab. So you can see this does do an this it is doing an ls command to list the files in a certain directory. So you can see over here it does do some kind of, it's confusing. Let's do a simple one. Okay, so here is a file. If I just open this image in a new tab, this will give a better explanation. I hope it's readable in the video. It's quite blurry because the resolution of the image is very low, I think. But anyways, here you can see that it's doing the cat etc passwd, and this will basically cat up the contents of the file or display the contents of the file in the terminal. And if you do the etc shadow file looks similar to this. So if I just can find some, this is one, I think, not this one, not a clear content. Okay, etc shadow. This one is a good picture, I think. This is the passwd file. Where is the etc shadow file? Okay, so you can see over here cat etc shadow. This is how a typical etc shadow file looks. Now you can use password crackers like John the Ripper, Johnny, etc. to actually crack these files. Now these passwords are obviously encrypted, so if the passwords are very simple, you can easily crack those passwords. But if the passwords are really very complicated, long contents, numbers, special characters and everything, then it will be a little bit difficult for you to crack. But you can obviously use password files, publicly available password files, or the rocky.txt file, which is a very popular file in Linux system, Kali Linux, which contains all the most popular passwords being used. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.